Hey guys, this is Megan from littletennessehome.com, and today I want to share with you how to make your very own uncrustable sandwiches. Now, this idea has kind of been floating around for a while now, but if you've not tried it, you are totally missing out. Like, this homemade sandwich hack is crazy cheaper than buying them at the store, and not to mention, you can make them however you want to. In this video, I'm just going to be using regular sandwich bread, the cheapest version from the store that you can buy. I think I did use wheat. I just lay it all out on the counter, as many pieces of bread as I can fit. And I did about 4.5 loaves this day. I didn't have a full 5. I had intended on making 5 loaves worth, but I think I ended up using some of it on something else. So got about 4.5 loaves here. Honestly, just 4 loaves would have been the perfect amount to use up all my peanut butter. I actually had to go get some other peanut butter out of my pantry to finish off towards the end. To spread the peanut butter the easiest, I usually will just stick it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. This is like a full small jar of peanut butter until it's like runny and smooth, pourable, but I don't pour it out because that would make a ginormous mess. I usually just take a spoon and put a small amount on the bread, and I will spread it in like a circular motion until it's about the same size around as my sandwich cutter. You want it to be just a tad bit smaller than the size of your sandwich cutter. You're going to be doing it on all pieces of bread, not just one side of your sandwich. That makes it even easier whenever you're spreading your peanut butter. You're just doing a thin layer, because then both sides have the peanut butter. If you're curious how much cheaper it is, if you include the sandwich cutter and all the materials it would take to make 4 loaves worth of uncrustables, you're only going to be spending 48 cents per sandwich. And this is if you buy your stuff from Walmart. You can see the whole breakdown of it over on my blog at littletennessehome.com. Of course, I will link that in the description below. If you bought your sandwiches already pre-made in the freezer section at Walmart, they're going to be about $1 a piece. The 48 cents per sandwich, that includes the cost of the sandwich cutter, and you're not going to have to buy that every time you're making sandwiches. So after the first time, it's paid for, and then you're down to 21 cents per uncrustable sandwich. There's no way you could ever get an uncrustable at the store for that price. I mean, even if it's on sale, it's never going to be that cheap. Oh, I want to tell you real quick on the jelly, you only want to put about 1 tablespoon. This is where a lot of people make the mistake, because they put way too much jelly, and then whenever they press to seal up their sandwich and cut it, it bursts the bread because there's just too much in there. You also are only going to be putting jelly on one side of your sandwich, unlike the peanut butter. If you are frugal like me, that is one definite pro of making your own Uncrustable. The other awesome thing about making your own is that you can choose whatever ingredients you want, whatever type of peanut butter you want, whatever bread you want, whatever jelly you want. The combinations are almost endless. This makes it even better for people who have allergies. If you're allergic to peanut butter, but you can have a different type of nut butter, like almond butter, you could use that in your sandwich. Or you could make cream cheese with strawberry jelly. Or you could make cashew butter and raspberry jelly. I mean, where are you going to find an Uncrustable that has peach jelly? I don't think they make those. I could be wrong, so correct me if I am. If you want a super easy way to get the jelly on your bread, I have a couple of options for you. The first one is the super easy route, which is to buy just the squirt jelly that they sell at the store that's already in a squirt bottle. So you can just squirt a small amount on and don't have to spoon it out. Or if you prefer like a jelly that's in the jar, doesn't come in a squirt bottle, then you could just scoop it into a thicker Ziploc bag and cut a small hole in the corner and just kind of use it as a piping bag. Obviously, if you have a piping bag, that would work, but that way you can just squeeze, 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 and not have to worry about scooping it out and getting the right amount on your spoon. Whenever you get ready to press your sandwiches, you want to press very hard, and then you might even need to kind of shake the sandwich cutter around on your cutting board to really cut the edges of the bread. Make sure that you're pressing hard so that the edges seal, and then you have an uncrustable. Another tip that I want to note here is making sure that you have the sandwich cutter lined up just right so that it doesn't overlap with the crust, because if it does, the edges are not going to seal as well and it might cause your sandwich to leak. So you might notice that I have a huge pile of crusts left. I did want to just tell you, we don't just throw them away. There's lots of ways that you could use them up. You could make a French toast casserole. You could make your own breadcrumbs. You could make croutons. You could make bread pudding. There's lots of different options out there. And if you don't want to have to deal with it right then, just throw them in the freezer. Real quick, I just wanted to tell you that I wrap each of my sandwiches individually with plastic wrap, because I just like for it to be easy to grab it out of the freezer and each person have their own. But a couple other alternatives would be you could put each sandwich in their own plastic baggie. That does get more expensive. That's why I kind of plastic wrap route. Also, you could just put all of your sandwiches in 1 gallon size bag and freeze them all together. I just wanted to make sure that if one did leak, that it was kind of contained in its own wrap, and just to make it not stick together, just make it a little bit easier whenever it was time to eat them. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped you see why you should totally give these homemade Uncrustables a try. I hope I was able to give you some tips that can make your life a little bit easier. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so that I can make some more videos like this. Thanks again for stopping by.